The origin of Shintoism and the origin of the Shinto shrine headquarters. In late 2017, there was a horrific incident involving Tamiyaka Hachiman Shrine. The case drew attention to the existence of the shrine headquarters and the disparity between the shrines. Some of the shrines are said to be run as half-commercial operations. Some priests think that if they become famous, their prestige will increase and they'll be able to make more money with more dedication money and invest in other projects. There may be. It is the shrine's main office that decides on its priests. But what the criteria are used to decide is completely opaque and black box. In the first place, is there a need to have a rank? In fact, ranks exist for the gods worshipped in shrines. Since the emperor's family is at the top of Shinto rituals, their ranks are also determined according to the distance between them and the emperor. In ancient times, the ranking was very vague, but in the Meiji era, it was intensely and strictly enforced. In 1871, the first of these Shinto shrines was established in Japan by the Grand Council of State. It began in 1871, when the Dowager Statesman's Proclamation was issued, and the status of shrines in Japan was determined. Shrines under the direct control of the government were called official shrines, and other shrines were called marasha. Even now, if you go to a big shrine, you can see the words Kunni Naishuja on the stone pillars. At that time, the government shrines were ranked as Grand Shrine of the Guanyin, Central Shrine of the Guanyin, Small Shrine of the Guanyin, Grand Shrine of the Guanyin, Central Shrine of the Guanyin, and Small Shrine of the Guanyin, while the other shrines were ranked as Fusha, National Shrine, College of Commerce, Township, and Village, and so on. The Ice Shrine, which enshrined Amaterasu, the ancestral god of the emperor's family, was also treated as a separate entity, not being placed anywhere else. The Kantisha is a shrine dedicated to the Shinto officials, while the Kunintaisha is a shrine dedicated to the local officials. In particular, in the case of the governmental mint, shrines associated with the emperor, the imperial family, and other members of the emperor's family were chosen. For this reason, the former was given by the imperial family and the latter by the government, but in other areas, there was little difference between the two shrines. So both of these shrines were officially recognized by the emperor and the state. The background to this strict evaluation of shrines by the Meiji government was a series of state Shinto policies that began with the Meiji Restoration. It is said that Shinto was rated as a means of making Shinto a national religion and a spiritual pillar of the Japanese people. The term Kankoku Hinsha itself, meaning the second highest ranking shrine after the Shinto shrine, was begun in the Ritsuryo period in the late 7th century, and the Shingi Kanshin name list in Injishikiki lists 2,861 shrines throughout Japan, all of which were called Kankoku Hinsha, governmental and national shrines. In addition, the shrines listed in the Yankishiki are called Shiki Uchi Shasha, and the other shrines are called Shiki Gai Shasha, which makes a clear distinction between the two. Ankishiki is a kind of supplementary detailed regulation to the Ritsuryo, Japanese law, of the Enki era, early 10th century. It is like a dictionary that contains all kinds of information about political matters of the time. The size and scope of the shrines in certain regions also gave rise to other forms of shrine status, such as Ichinomiya, Ninamiya, Sanamiya, and Yanamiya. Some shrines were divided into three categories, Daya, Shuja, and Shokoja, depending on the size of the shrine. Another type of rank is often seen, such as Shoichi ranking, which is a rank of nobility in the human world. This is based on the same concept as the ranking of the nobility in the human world, and gods, like humans, were also divided into ranks. This is the result of the shrines having been given a Shinto status. When you actually visit a shrine, you'll find that the higher the rank of the shrine, the more magnificent it is and the more spiritual it seems to be. It is a wonder from the prestige that humans perceive from shrines and their spiritual realms. There may not be much difference in the dignity that people perceive from shrines and their sacred sites in the past and in the present. By the way, the proclamation of the Grand Council of State in 1871 was abolished after the defeat in World War II, and nowadays there is no such thing as a shrine in Japan. As a result, shrines throughout the country were formed into a religious organization, the shrine headquarters. It began to renew its activities as a Shinto missionary organization with Ice Shrine as its main religion.